Elf Village Battle 6. From Vietnamese again. I throw away the hesitation. I shoot the magic of the maximum firepower, aiming at Yugo, the magic of Heaven Wind Level 4, Dragon Wind. This magic is a magic that generates a tornado, if I say it. Although it might seem to be plain when it's heard so, the thing called tornado is actually a natural disaster on Earth. There was not so much tornado damage in Japan, but it's a frightening phenomenon that blows off the house in America. People, etc., are easily swallowed by the storm. Swollen? If it's a person that's as strong as Shunkun or a brutal monster that's more than the danger degree A class, it might be possible to prevent it. However, Yugo loses all his skills once and his status also falls. Although years passed since that time, he can't regain his former strength even if start over again. I know that he has the 7 Sins skill, but the skill that Yugo has is Lust. According to the Elves' record, the Lust skill has a brainwash ability. It seems to give a strong brainwash to the extent that it's dreadful, but it's not a direct combat skill. Although his status magic might increase to some extent by the title, that's all. He can't endure my magic. The tornado swallows the soldiers, and even their lives are swallowed, and I approach Yugo's front. Urah! It was dispersed by Yugo's sword. What? The magic should have the highest power among the magic that I can use. My magic offensive ability exceeds 1500, you know? How? Oh, Okina! I wanted to meet you, you know? Though I didn't think that you're here. Yugo shouts. His voice is like he's gone crazy somewhere, and I feel madness. Even though I actually thought to greet you after destroying your hometown, snatching Sensei's important students, and pushed you into the depths of despair, why are you here? I shoot magic again without answering the question. This time it's a bullet of wind that aims at Yugo alone. However, that's also repelled by Yugo's sword. Like such shabby magic will work. Say, do you think I will stay weak forever after my power is deprived? I judge that magic is ineffective, and I hold the bow. I can also handle the bow as a minor one of the elves. I endowed wind magic to the arrow and shoot it. The arrow that's endowed with the power of wind accelerates and flies like a bullet. It's like the bullet of wind just now that has an entity. However, he avoided it this time. Mysterious, right? Do you want to know it? The reason why I became this strong? Yugo kicked the ground casually. He shortens the distance between me with one step instantly. I knock? I think it is knock. I knock an arrow again and shoot it while retreating. Yugo avoided it without knocking it off with the sword a while ago. That means he can't knock it off with the sword. Although it becomes a wishful thinking, I think that he felt that it's dangerous if he hit it directly. As I thought, Yugo shifts sideways from the arrow's line of fire and evades it. His advancing speed becomes slow to that extent the distance with me opens. Don't run away! Isn't this the relationship of me and Oka-chan? I shoot an arrow. At the same time, the elves who spread in the surroundings attack Yugo all at once. What a joke! Yugo blew off the showering magics and arrows. This is slightly unexpected. I ordered the surrounding elves to retreat with telepathy. It's very unlikely to stand a chance against Yugo with odd power. Let's continue the talk. I'm thankful to you, you know, because I have writhed in the agony to the extent that I would go mad. The present me exists. It's not that you would go mad, but you have gone mad. No, I have no obligation to say it. After all, I was the one who drove Yugo mad. Because of that, the power is obtained. You know one of it, right? The Lust skill. The best power that makes the opponent to move at will. I shoot an arrow. He avoided it. And another one. I have the power to become the strongest. That's the Greed skill. It's the highest power that deprives a part of the defeated opponent's power. What do you think that why I'm in the front line? Because that way I can kill a lot of enemies and make those powers into mine. I was upset and my movement has stopped for an instant. The Greed skill. It's one of the 7 Sins skills and it has the ability to deprive a part of the power the owner kills when the owner kills others. The ability that can be deprived is random. It can either be status or skill or even skill points. As for the skill, it doesn't derive the skill of the opponent as it is, but it should derive it in the state that the level fell. Even if a level 9 skill is deprived, it should fall to level 1. That's why... The reason why Yugo continued to chase me without using a long-distance attack while having the status to dodge my magic easily is because... Not because Yugo don't use long-distance attack, but it's probably that he can't. Even if he deprive a magic skill, it will return to level 1. The level 1 magic is not significant, and even if he use it, there's hardly any effect. No, such a thing is not important now. The important one is that Yugo acquires the power more than before using the skill. How many lives did he take? How many crimes did he repeat to regain such power? It's an instant that I stop moving, but Yugo shortens the distance in that instant and brandishes his sword. Here! The swung sword penetrates the armor of wind that I always wear and slashes my arm shallowly. I spark an explosion of wind between Yugo at once and take distance by the recoil. Although I also receive damage, I am disadvantageous in close combat. Not bad. On the other hand, Yugo has no remarkable damage. I shoot an arrow without minding it. Yugo avoids it easily. However, the preparation was completed. I didn't shoot the arrows without a plan. If Yugo is conscious, he would understand. He would understood that I run like drawing a circle. The arrows that stick on the ground are the origin that generates the barrier. Although the output is lower than the one that covered the village, it's the barrier that I imitate the ancient technique that can't be reproduced by the skill. Yugo is left behind in the barrier. I didn't just shut him. Air comes out of the inside of the barrier rapidly. To manipulate wind means that to move air. And although I tend to think that this world is variously different from the Earth, the thing called oxygen exists properly. The law of this world is not different from the law of the Earth that we know, and by having the new laws like magic, skill, etc. added to the law, it just looks different. Therefore, it's the same as the Earth that a person can't live without air. Although the barrier doesn't change form, the atmospheric pressure will change suddenly if the inside air comes out. The human body can't endure the change, and even if it's endured, the person will die sooner or later by lack of oxygen. Yet this is the original magic that I developed individually. Although Yugo tries to destroy the barrier desperately, it's useless. Even though the output is low, it's the reproduction of the barrier in the ancient time. I can't activate it if I don't be reckless, but it's the end if I activate it, and the barrier will never break. I won. Yes, I have been careless. The thunder pierced me from the side. My consciousness flies for an instant. At the same time, the maintenance of the barrier becomes negligent. Yugo didn't overlook the chance. Ha ha! That was close. That was really close, you know? Nice, Yuri! Yugo destroys the barrier and praises the opponent who used the magic of the thunder to me. Yuri-chan, who smiled, was there. When Yugo was announced as the hero, she was also announced as the saint. If it's the saint who's the hero's attendant, it's not strange even if she's in this place. Rather, it's unnatural for her not to be here. I was careless. I only pay too much attention to Yugo and become negligent to the surroundings. With this, I can't make light of Yugo. Yugo swing down the sword without mercy to me, who stopped moving because I became numb by the thunder. Although I somehow dodged it barely, the part of my stomach is cut deeply without being able to dodge every swing. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! You sure give me a hard time, but it's my win. I won't kill you, because after this, I must have the downfall of the elves burnt into your memory. What should I do with all the people in our class? If they want to cooperate, I can add them into my subordinates, though. Should I torture the one who resists in front of Okina-chan? I'm sure that you will have a nice face at that time, right? I'm looking forward for it. Oi! Please stop him. I must stop him, but my body doesn't move properly because of the pain. Yuri-chan pushes down my body to the ground. What a good state. It's opposite to that time. How is it? The feeling of crawling on the ground. You're uneasy about what's going to happen after this, right? It's hopeless, right? I won't brainwash you. I will push you down into the depths of despair while you're sane and torment you until your heart breaks. It hurts. I'm scared. It's already no use. I can't stand it anymore. I can't endure it anymore. Someone, please help me. Someone, please save me. Yuri-chan, who got on me, blew off. The shadow that slashes at Yugo. Yugo withdraws to the back and leaves. Yugo withdraws to the back at once and evades it. In front of me, the man who held a shield stands in the way. In front of Yugo, the boy who held a sword stands in the way. I was late, Sensei. Leave it to us. At the end of the words, I fainted. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was really fun to read. I like reading Yugo. This is a fun chapter, though. I'm going to have to edit around reading Yugo, though, because I read him very loudly, and I'm going to need to turn that down because it's probably going to peak. Yeah. I messed up some of the parts. I don't know. I'm not editing these. I should be, but at the same time I'm not because I haven't been. I don't know.